What is that? Looks like a hole in space.
I don't know, Jim. What would you call a hole that is black? I don't know if there's a scientific term for it. Our heroes are headed to a starbase for much-needed shore leave, but on the way, the crew of the Enterprise receives a broken transmission from the Vulcan vessel Intrepid, just before Spock feels a sudden disturbance in the Force. Through his telepathic senses, he feels the 400 Vulcans aboard the Intrepid die suddenly.
Even I, a half-Vulcan, could hear the death scream of 400 Vulcan minds crying out over the distance between us.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and was suddenly silenced.
Kirk and Bones immediately start gaslighting him, but it turns out that the Intrepid, along with the entire solar system, was wiped out by something. As they approach the system, they are met with an anomaly that looks like some kind of hole that is black. Let's call it a dark aperture. They shoot a probe into the dark aperture, which relays some kind of ear-splitting frequency. Oh god, it's playing Stained!
It's been a while.
Suddenly, the crew starts feeling faint, ill, and irritable, as one does when listening to Stained, and the affliction always seems to worsen as the Enterprise looms closer to the dark aperture. The Stained intensifies as the Enterprise penetrates the hole.
Oh my.
Captain, the stars are gone.
Motherfucker! Now the show is just Trek! Kirk yells at Spock to tell him why there are no stars, and Spock says, "I don't know, don't yell at me like I'm one of your side pieces." Scotty reports that the engines are losing power, and Lieutenant Leslie faints at his station. The life is being sucked out of both the ship and the crew, and it's clear the dark aperture is responsible.
Wait! I have an idea.
Really? What is it?
Let's leave!
But they can't leave, because the dark aperture is sucking them in, and the ship's pull-out game is weak. Plus, the sickbay is running out of uppers for everyone. As they drift closer to the center of the dark aperture, they encounter a giant amoeba? Sure, why not? It's clear the amoeba is going to consume the Enterprise the same way it did the Intrepid, and probably the rest of the galaxy unless they destroy it. Someone is going to have to fly a shuttlecraft into it to find its weak point, and will have a very low chance of returning. Spock and Bones tell Kirk that he's too pretty to sacrifice himself, and bicker over which one of them gets to be a martyr and fly into the giant germ. No, I want to die. No, I want to die. Kirk agonizes over which of his boy best friends to send to his death. With a heavy heart, he chooses Spock to go. Bones and Spock are bitchy to each other one last time before Spock flies off, with the Doctor secretly wishing him good luck after he's gone, because Bones would rather die than admit he cares about Spock. Spock's shuttlecraft flies out for some of that sweet, sweet amoeba action.
When do you estimate penetration?
The area of penetration will no doubt be sensitive.
Oh my.
As Spock flies further into the amoeba, his scans indicate that the giant single-cell organism is about to undergo mitosis. That's sciencey talk for one cell becomes two. Bones and Kirk decide to approach the problem from a biological point of view, planning to invade the cell like an antibody protecting an organism from a germ. They punch the ship through to the nucleus and shoot it with an antimatter bomb, set with just enough time for the Enterprise to escape. They haul Spock's shuttlecraft out with a tractor beam despite Spock's protestations for his crew to save themselves.
Shut up, Spock. We're rescuing you.
Why, thank you, Captain McCoy.
Luckily, the explosion manages to give the Enterprise the propulsion it needs to throw the ship clear of the amoeba with Spock in tow. Yeah, because we really believe the series regulars were going to die. This episode was written by Robert Sabaroff. Wait, isn't that a character from Final Fantasy? And directed by Trek alum Joseph Pevney in his last directing credit of the series. It's also the first episode to be accredited to Paramount Pictures, as the company bought out Desilu Studios in an attempt to save Paramount from sinking. Clearly it worked. Paramount has owned the franchise ever since, which is why I'm going to have to pay for a goddamn Paramount Plus subscription until I die. Fuck! And if this episode is feeling a little similar to the Doomsday Machine, it's because it is. It's the same fucking episode. They even recycled the music from it. Except Doomsday Machine doesn't edge you like a motherfucker like this one does. There's mounting the suspense, and then there's dragging it out because you have to hit the 50-minute mark, and god does this episode drag. I will say to this episode's credit that the giant space amoeba effect created by Frank Vanderveer is way cooler than the giant vagina cone. The episode also has the benefit of getting to focus on our main trio dynamic, especially Spock and McCoy, instead of some rando who will be dead by the end of the episode hogging all the screen time. Spock and Bones absolutely waste no opportunity to snipe at each other, even in the middle of a life or death moment.
Oh, and Dr. McCoy, you would not have survived it.
Oh, not bad.
I truly believe that the reason Bones is shown in TNG to have lived so long is because he was too stubborn to die before Spock and let him have the last word between them. Before I sign off here, I wanted to let you all know about an event I'm taking part in. Friend of the channel, Sarah Azat, aka the Fat Culture Critic, is hosting a live performance of Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream on June 20th, 6 p.m. EST in honor of the solstice, and many familiar faces will be in the cast, including Bothered Boy, Swolesome, Council of Geeks Vera Wild, and Jesse Gender. I'm excited to be a part of it. I hope you tune in. I'll include a link to the stream in the description. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media, and if you really want to help a bitch out, become a patron. I have a $1 tier, a $3 tier, and a $5 tier. For less than a cheesy gordita crunch at Taco Bell, you can support me and my bullshit. Come on, it's Pride Month. Give me your money. Don't be homophobic. Links to all that will be down below too. I'll see you next time.